Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast. That's your old hangout, isn't it?
Where?
The Castle Bar in Derry.
No, you drank there.
Yeah, but did you not?
I only drank there when you were there.
I was only one who had money.
Yeah.
But did you not work beside it?
Yeah, but
Remember you used to measure men's legs?
Yes, I did work beside it, and I did drink in it, but you drank in it before I
did, yes. It was my local.
I
I haven't been in it recently. It's a nice little bar, just underneath one of the arches in Derry Walls. Very picturesque. And a haven for tourists, I have to say. I recommend they go there right away. That's me sorted for a pint. Did you not drink? Was that not one of your regulars?
You drank there on a Monday when you came home your day off from the show band scene.
Probably you some kind of stalker?
Yeah.
But you knew that?
Yes.
I didn't know that. You knew more about me than I did.
You drank either a vodka and white lemonade or a hot whiskey.
Do you know another fella? I was talking to a fella the other day, and I'd completely forgotten about this. There used to be a hotel in Derry, Londonderry called the City Hotel. There is a City Hotel at the moment, but the old City Hotel was kind of like the Europa. That's where all the journalists gathered, during the Troubles. Mm-hmm. And a gentleman said that whenever I used to be in bands and stuff, and we'd be playing, living in Dublin, every once in a while we used to come up here and play in some of the ballrooms in the city, and we would always go to the City Hotel because that's where all the women were. And all the journalists and all the late drink. So we would go there, even though I lived not too far away. And I used to go there. And this fella said that he met me there. And he said, do you know what you were drinking? This is like 1971,
1971?
1971. Yeah, 1970, 1971.
I think it's before that.
I'd been going before that, but this particular time he's talking about. Don't stop trying to pick holes and everything.
Oh, right.
It's 1970, 1971. He said, I didn't say, but I know that I've been there since 1968, okay? And you're saying that, you're thinking about 1968, 67, aren't you?
No, I'm thinking mid to late 60s.
Isn't that 67, 68?
But it wasn't 71.
But I was still going there in 71 when you'd get married then. You'd retired.
Right.
From drinking. Anyway, I hadn't been married then, and I hadn't retired. I haven't retired yet. Anyway, he said, and I had completely forgotten this, and now I remember. He said, you know what? He said, do you know what you were drinking? I said, what? He said, Bushmills and milk.
No, I don't believe that for a second.
I knew you were going to say that.
Not for a second.
No, the fella told me that, and I forgot about it. And then I suddenly remembered, and I said, why was I drinking that? He said, you were drinking that because you said you didn't eat. And you said it's the only way you get any nourishment.
No, I'm not buying into that.
Okay, don't buy it.
No.
I'm not asking you to buy it. I'm just relaying the story.
No, you may have had it once in a flat somewhere.
No, I used to drink that on a regular basis.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I used to believe that the milk lined my stomach.
No, it didn't. You did not.
Well, you stop. In actual fact, when it turns out, I sought medical advice later. The GP told me that it actually curdled the milk in one's stomach. The whiskey curdled the milk and made it very, very unhealthy indeed. As a matter of fact, do you know when you eat white bread, what happens when you eat white bread?
I don't really
know. A
know.
nutritionist explained to me and showed me. Do you know what she did to me?
What?
She got a big jug full of water, right? I was in for these tests. These are to do with my marathon, right? And I was getting various tests and stuff like that. And she said to me, look what happens. And she got a slice of white bread and put it into water, okay? Mm-hmm. I said, we'll come back to that in about an hour and a half. She went away to do all the things. She took my cholesterol. Very high, by the way.
No?
Yes.
What? How's very? I'm 4.3.
6.6.
Oh, that is high.
That's high.
That is high.
She said,
it's not very high, but it's high.
She said, go to your doctor.
Aye.
And do you know what she said to me? She said, I want you to blow into this here. And I said, the last time I said that, I heard was from the PSNI. I just want to test your lung capacity. I said, okay. She said, right, blow in here. And she blew into this thing, like a breathalyzer. I'm familiar with a breathalyzer, of course. And I went, and she went, do you want to blow in it again? So I went, We'll try the best of three. So I went, and then she said, this isn't very important, but you've got the lungs of an 81-year-old man. I said, well, maybe he'll take them back and give me other ones. Anyway, speaking of that period...
6.6?
6.6.
Do something about that.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah. I'm going to get my cholesterol checked again on Monday morning, and I'm going to fast before I do it. I don't know why that's so high. My blood pressure's normal. Why am I talking about... Sorry, good morning, listeners. There's a programme here somewhere. It'll start soon.
Jerry is starting to sound like... Oh, heaven forbid.
Go on.
Jerry is starting to sound like Nolan with all his health talk.
I think Nolan.
Be careful.
Nolan has to stop. He's becoming obsessed. I think it's getting serious now. He can talk about nothing but fat. Thank you for the music, Teddy.
There's a wee call.
Ken Bruce here. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, John.
How are you today?
I'm fine, but I would like you to finish the story about what happens with the white bread.
Oh, I didn't finish that. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't.
Okay, this lady, she put a slice of white...
It's all hanging in the air here.
Well, speaking of hanging in the air, I was just thinking of Nolan there. She dropped this slice of white bread into the water, and then we went away, and then we came back an hour and a half later.
Uh-huh.
And you know that had expanded to 3 times its size.
Good heavens.
And she says, that's what happens in your bread basket, in your tummy, as they say on the BBC. What do you say, tummy, Sean?
No,
do you say tummy?
I hate that word with a passion. You know I hate
Brolly, tummy.
No, I hate tummy.
Colleague. Oh, look at my colleague with her brolly.
So the bread expands.
Next to your tummy.
Well, tell me this. What about porridge? You have this
Porridge is great. Porridge does not expand. Porridge is great. It releases energy slowly, and it's the best thing you can eat in the morning. Porridge is the best thing you can eat. White bread expands almost indefinitely, and that's why when you eat a lot of white bread, your stomach gets all puffy outy. And do you know what happens when you take it out of the water?
No.
If you leave it in the water for like 3-4 hours, it's a big globby mass. And do you know what happens? If you take it out and throw it at the wall, it will stick to the wall.
You'd hardly take it out of your stomach.
Out of the bottle.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. Why would you want to take it out of your stomach and throw it at a wall?
You don't take it out of your stomach. You take it out of the jug that the bread is in and throw it at the wall to show you what it is doing to your stomach. It's sticking to the walls of your stomach and then not going away.
Good heavens.
You see? I know I have to. It's a terrible thing to talk about, but, you know... I am turning it to
brown bread's all right.
Brown bread's okay. White bread's the one that's the yeast, you see. Whatever it is, swells up. Is that all you wanted to talk about, love?
Indeed, yes.
I'm sorry I didn't. You see, do you know, one of the things about this programme is that I rarely get a chance to finish what I've started.
Coitus interruptus.
Coitus interruptus, yes. Sorry, I think it's coitus interruptus. Yeah, okay. But thank you very much. Goodbye. That's the first time I've ever said that on the programme. I hope people don't speak Latin.
I was told that years ago that the Highland farmers...
Highland farmers?
They went out with a bag of oats.
Uh-huh.
And their wee pooch. Right?
Their pouch, yes.
Yeah, their wee pooch. I'm just saying pooch. Right?
They do a bit of Santa there.
Right? And they would throw a handful of oats in their mouth and take a drink of water. And then that went out, and then the porridge, I was told the porridge then would swell in their stomach and that would keep the hunger away from them, you see.
That could be a possibility.
I was told that, you see.
The Indians do that with millet.
Aye.
I remember an Indian telling me, he said that when the Apache went out on the warpath, do you know what he had? A little bag. A little tiny, tiny bag, almost like a kind of in the shape of a tea bag, but about twice the size. And what he had in there was millet, you know, like a budgie would have. Aye. And what he did was, every once in a while, he just fired that into him, give him the energy, concentrated energy, like a Mars bar.